Hey, it's Scotty from ScottysHobby, and today we are unboxing an Everest-10 by Redcat. It's an electric 10 scale crawler, ready to run out of the box. See what we got. Kind of snuck a peek at this earlier, see what we had, what we didn't have. We have a bunch of instructions, antenna, there's a bind plug, just fell out somewhere. Optional accessories if you want to buy some Redcat hex fly stuff, it's fine. This is how to set your ESC. Some of you might recognize this ESC from the Axial SEX10 ESC. It is very similar, besides it's missing the axial symbol. You can set drag brake, you can set a whole bunch of stuff on it, just like the SEX10. It can run, it has a built-in BEC. You can run 2-cell, 3-cell lipos right out of the box. You just have to set it for it, and this tells you how. Optional spare lists, spare parts list, upgraded parts, nothing, what is that? Detailed diagram of how to fix your truck in case you break something. And I've been told on multiple forums that a lot of the axial aluminum parts interchange with this truck. So in case you don't want to buy these upgraded parts, you can get other axial parts or other companies who make parts for that may just fit in here. You just have to check forums, see if that works for you. Instruction manual on how to plug in the battery and put AA batteries in the controller, I'm assuming. How to pull the throttle and how to use the brakes. Pretty self-explanatory. What we all want is the truck. The packaging is awesome. Comes with nickel metal hydride battery charger with bullet plugs. Here is the controller. I'll try to open this up. And a lot of you might recognize this controller as well. It comes with a lot of different kits by different manufacturers. This one just so happens to be the Redcat version of the 2.4 gig charger. Pretty decent. Takes some AA batteries. It's not removable for lipo stuff, but it does have a charge plug, so assumingly you can put rechargeables in there, which is pretty decent, I guess, if you decide to keep this controller. I mean, it works just as good as any of the other controllers that look identical to this that you guys will recognize. Really decent controller. That was the bag. Here's the truck. Here's a bind plug that fell out. In case you want to try to bind this receiver with your own 2.4 gig controller, which I've also read on forums that this controller, or this receiver in the truck rather, is compatible with a lot of different controllers. You just have to look at exactly which one you have. The body is decent. Looks to be screen printed almost. It's got good flex. Nothing's chipping off right away, which pretty good. Comes with battery pre-installed. It is a 2000 nickel metal. If you're running lipos, all you got to do is switch this over to the lipo setting. Run your lipo in there, boom. If you want to run this off lights, an accessory, give it to your kid, do whatever you want to do. But it's going to have a lot more power if you run some lipos in it, obviously. Comes with bullet connectors on everything. Here's the ESC. As you can see, down to the numbers, you can see that it is virtually identical to the axial one. It's just missing the axial stamp right here. It's waterproof. Here is your 3-channel receiver. You can see that. Pretty decent. You know, no thrills. Like I said, this can bind to a lot of different controllers that I read. So if you want to use your own personal controller, go ahead. Just make sure it works. It has a waterproof servo. Seems pretty decent. Looks like some metal gear in there. I don't know how many metal gears are in there, but I can see the one right there. Pretty decent. I see bearings everywhere. Metal yokes, which don't come on a lot of trucks stock, especially for $135. That's pretty decent. I was also told this is only a front wheel steer version, so as you can see. But what I've read, they come with links right here. All you need to buy is this link, another servo, and another plate right here that the servo sits on. And you can put it all right here. Second servo. Y-channel it or put it into your 3rd channel, however you want to do it. And then you can have rear steering, or all-wheel steering rather, which is an awesome option. You know what I mean? It's got a brushed motor. Has a cool little fan inside. I'm sure you can't really see that, but right there you can almost see a white little fan. Pretty neat. Made in China, obviously. But for $135, and it's virtually identical to a lot of the trucks out there, and shares all the parts. Has good flex. I mean, to have just a truck that you know, want to mess around with and maybe don't want to clean all the time, or, you know, just a cheap crawler. Let your kid play with it. I mean, it's fast enough to not break all the time. This is for the antenna. Put that in there, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's a perfect truck for the price. I can't believe it. Well, let's go out and see if it actually works, and then I'll tell you if I can believe it, because it seems pretty good to me. Look, I'm already throwing it around like it's just a regular truck. Well, there you go. Let's go outside and see how it works.